Luella, yep, she slapped her and she slapped her back, and I was like,
My
whoa,
girl.
I really like,
My girl.
I really like this, I really
Team
like this
Maisie
girl.
Lee.
But then, oh yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucia. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my brother
Peter.
And today we are going to be talking about Sunrise on the Reaping as well as other Hunger Games related subjects. So yeah, Peter, can you tell us your history with Hunger Games?
I don't know if I would say I have a history, but I remember Lucia used to like the Hunger Games a lot, and then I remember I watched the first movie. I don't remember how many years it came out, but then I watched the first movie, and I was very confused because all I know is I was just seeing teenagers. One moment they are talking, the next thing they are killing each other. Then I was very confused. But then as I grew up and I started to understand what was actually happening, the plot of the show, and then I realized there were sequels, and then I read the book, and then it just became one of my favorite franchises.
Woohoo! We love to hear that. Well, I don't even know. My own history with Hunger Games was that I remember they came out years ago. Like they came out in that whole dystopian era of Divergent and all of that, but I never really understood like the plots. And then I became a reader about 5 years ago. It was like I came across the Hunger Games, and like from the very first sentence introducing Katniss, I was sold. And when I read the book and I understood the book, I was not able to go and watch the movies, and it was just like an obsession because I started to watch the movies like back to back. I finished watching the movies before I went back to read the books, and then A Ballad of Songbird and Snakes came out, and by then luckily my brother was already a Hunger Games fan, so we're able to like watch it together and just be in love with it together. And now that Sunrise on the Reaping,
it's coming out soon.
Yeah, because I read the book first. Yeah, so Peter started reading the book a few weeks back, and it's just been so exciting to talk about it and what part of the book he is in. So right now he hasn't actually finished it, so we're going to talk up to a certain point. But yes, just in case you didn't know, this is going to be a spoilery video about Sunrise on the Reaping. So what are some of your favorite things about Sunrise on the Reaping?
Well, of course, I like Haymitch.
Good for you.
Who's the main character?
At least one of us do.
You don't like Haymitch?
Like, I don't not like him, but I just feel like his character didn't really shine in the book the way other characters did. But yeah, continue.
Well, I feel differently because I feel like he's somewhat aloof.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the book, I thought that he was going to be the whole, oh, I care about everybody, I want everybody to survive, because the way he treated his brother, and there were some glimpses of like kindness in him. So I thought, okay, maybe that would drag on throughout the rest of the book, and it would be really kind, and he would do everything to save everybody. When the Amperts came to meet him with the idea of the Newcomers Alliance and all. But then as the book went on, I said, okay, now I can see this guy being Haymitch, because from the Haymitch that's grown that I know, I said, okay, now I can see this guy being Haymitch. Because there was a way that he started pulling his own weight, and then you could really see that, okay, even though he didn't want, it's not like anybody wanted anybody to die, he didn't want the other kids to die. Even the what do you call those guys, the carriers, the whole idea of everything was just very not nice to him. But then at the end of the day, he was really looking out for his own people. Amperts, Wyatt, Maisie Lee, even Lulu, who was Luelle's
like you're just listing all the people I love. Like, I do like Haymitch, but whatever, like I just had like some issues with how his character was written, but I do, of course, I love Haymitch. Like, I love him. I'm so happy we could hear his own story. And for me, like, some of the characters that really shone were Maisie Lee. Like, I really loved what like Susan did with her. Like, she was such a strong, like, it was such a strong, like, someone that came from this very like prissy, posh like background, and like she just switched over to like a survivor. And then Lulu just absolutely broke my heart because she was just so young, and like you could feel her fear, but like she was still kind of brave, and then react to, and then
it was very surprising. Surprising that the way he died.
He died
trying to protect
Lulu, like,
When-
was it Lulu or Luella?
It was Lulu.
Okay, I
Luella.
love Luella.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we didn't really get to know much about Lulu, but her death still broke my heart. But like, I really loved like Luella. Luella is who I've actually been talking about, like from where we met her. And I really love that scene where she woke Hamish and admitted that she was like, I don't want to team up with the Booker boy. And like, she was just such a lovely, like, I really loved all the side characters. Like, they were so strong. They were
And
so
it really made
strongly
you feel like,
written.
even though not all of them were there for a long time, it just
Yeah.
made you like it made you them feel like people.
Yeah,
Even though
very three-dimensional.
like, just very unique. Wyatt being the odds maker and people thinking that because of he creates odds for people who die and all, then he'll be a heartless person, but he was quite the opposite.
Yeah.
Daisy Lee, who came from a posh background, and everybody thought that she'd just be a snobbish, soft girl that she would be so scared, probably be crying, but then she was probably one of the toughest and like most determined characters. Even when she died, she didn't cry, she didn't scream, she didn't wail.
Yeah, I'm getting emotional.
She really just talked it out because she
I really
didn't
love
want
these
anybody-
movies, these books.
She
Like,
didn't want
I really
anybody
love
to
them.
see her in the very vulnerable state. She
Yeah.
didn't want the capital to look at her and be like, oh, look at this poor little girl crying
Yeah.
and she's about to die.
And I
things
really
like
loved
that.
I really loved she and Hamish's interactions. Like, I just really loved seeing them together. So, and another thing I really loved was the tie into the previous books and previous movies. Like, first of all, getting to meet Katniss's parents. Like, it took me so long to know they were her parents because I didn't even know Katniss's parents were Hamish's mates. So like, it was just so amazing to like see the history of how Katniss loved singing and like her dad's love for singing. And even like when we got to meet Effie through her sister, we were just talking about it before the video started, Proserpina. I love the way Effie was introduced, but I'm just surprised that Effie is actually older than Hamish. Because from the movies, we used to feel like, we used to pair them up together, kind of something that breaks my heart. The fact that when the book started, Hamish was like, yeah, I don't really like alcohol, like I don't really have like a taste for alcohol, and then we now see him, because of everything he has been through, now be like an alcoholic. Like, that just breaks my heart. And then Beatty and Ampert, what are your thoughts?
I didn't want to. When I saw Ampert, because Lucia told me before I read the book, I think she was saying something about, oh, do you know
I asked him for permission.
son?
I said, can I spoil this to you? And he said, yup.
He said, you know Ampert's son? He said, the way he died is so heartbreaking. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is the kid. He's going to die soon. So I didn't want to get attached to his character, because even though he was very young, which is another very heartbreaking thing. And then from time to time, it just makes you say, wow, these guys are really kids. Like, these guys are kids who train together, who see each other often, and then from a certain point in time, like, your only objective is to kill everybody, both the people in your districts and other districts. Like,
What say your platoon?
There's no two. I almost did two. I won't even lie. I had to calm down.
You tried that. You remember?
Apart from Katniss and Peter, who were the only victors, that both of them were the survivors, because they wanted to kill themselves so nobody would survive. There's no situation where two people win. So the fact that even the people that you're getting close to, that you're forming alliances with, at the end of the day, is going to be one of you. And then toward the end, when Haymitch and Welly and Silka are the three people left alive, and then Haymitch climbs onto a tree where he finds Welly, who is honestly, because she's been hidden the whole 6 days and she's starving, like no food, no nothing. She's so tired, she's so weak, she can't even call out for help. The only thing she can do is ring the bell that lets Haymitch know where she is. And then even on that tree, in the middle of the night when it's raining, Silka, who has probably killed only God knows how many people, just comes and crawls to the side of the tree and just starts crying. And Haymitch drops a piece of chocolate for her. And that moment really just shows you that these are all kids. All of them are kids. Nobody, I think 18 or 19 is when you're safe from the raping. So they are all kids. Everybody is scared. Nobody wants to be here. And that moment just really lets you know that, forget the fact that, oh, they are killing each other. Some people are killing other people. They are planning for other people. Everybody is just a child.
That's such a strong point.
Exactly. So everybody crying.
Like, my heart
trying to
was
take care of Welly.
devastated. Like, when I was reading, I would just have this moment where I would step out of the room and just like, my heart was like absolutely devastated. And it really is because of that. Like, because these are just like kids and they are being forced to like do all of this against their will. Like, brutal.
And the craziest thing too is there's no age range. There's no
Yeah.
okay, maybe 15 to 18. So you know you have a better chance.
Yeah.
Put you into the arena and you just have to survive. And I think it was District 6, the District 6 kids who barely ate
You can
anything.
tell he just read it. He's killing it.
The District 6 kids who barely ate anything, who came there, they described them as a sack of bones,
Yeah.
not strong, not able to do much, and you could tell they were also scared. And then Haymitch came and convinced them to join the alliance. And the fact that they still died, even though they wanted to follow Haymitch, you could tell that they wanted to
Yeah.
follow Haymitch till the end of the game.
Yeah.
That was their plan. But Haymitch had other plans. So it was just really heartbreaking seeing that
Yeah.
they were dropping like flies, because obviously they're not strong, they're not fast, they're weak, they are
Yeah.
malnourished, they're not fed. So the whole games, everything about the games is just unfair. There's no
Just
part
so
of it that you
brutal.
will look at and say, okay, at least every single person is, you know, this height, this weight,
Yeah.
this age, is well fed, whether you're young,
I
whether
think
you're old, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
And I
really
think
sad.
one reminder is just the fact that Snow is a bad person, because I feel when you watch because we didn't read it, I haven't read it, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, you start to have this like liking for Snow, like for young Snow. But this book just reminds you that like this man is like a terrible person. Like he started these games. Okay, no, he didn't start them, but he continued them when I've forgotten the name of. There's this other guy was trying to find a way to end them. Like he continued the games. He made them continue to thrive. Like it just makes you see that like like it doesn't matter how cute he was with his blonde hair and all of that. Like he was a very terrible person, and like it's absolutely awesome that Katniss ended him. So yeah.
And then also, you know, it was just really nice seeing some references to characters, like Lucia said, Effie, seeing
Yeah.
Haymitch, and then, you know, I think there was a point in time when he was just talking about District 12 and its people and some of their history, and then he mentioned the Everdeens, their hunters. He said, oh, it's not like I'm an Everdeen, so I wouldn't really be that good with a bow and arrow. That would come in handy right now. And I just said with bow and arrow, wow. Like,
and even the whole
somebody that I
sweetheart
know.
thing, because he calls Katniss sweetheart, and he started from him calling Luella his sweetheart, and so he wasn't able to save her. And then when he, you know, met Katniss, he was like, he had that memory of Luella, and he started calling Katniss sweetheart. Like, ugh, that just. And I'm not going to spoil it because Peter hasn't read it yet, but the epilogue, like, it was just so beautiful.
And then I think Haymitch was also very bold, because, you know, I like to imagine myself in some of these situations, and I'm like, would I actually get very far? And I feel like I wouldn't.
That's the
but
question.
if I was in Haymitch's shoes when Luella died, and he so stubbornly got onto that chariot, like despite all the odds, escaped everybody, and just said he's not just going to let her die. He wants President Snow to see and to acknowledge what he's doing, not from the comfort, not on the TV, but to see it in person, so that I could see what he's actually doing to them. And he did it, and he got there, and he showed them Luella's body, and so many other acts of, you know, rebellion.
Defiance.
And when he went to Plutarch's house, and President Snow was sitting there, President Snow was having
and he drank all the milk.
And he drank all the milk, and I was like, this guy crazy. Like, I was just looking, even Plutarch, I feel like me and Plutarch had the same expression, because Plutarch was like, who is this kid? But he tried so hard that I was just like, Plutarch is going to expose you, and you're probably going to go there with only one hand or something. But the fact that he covered for him, I'm like, this guy is really crazy.
Yeah, and then I just remembered that scene when it was like Haymitch and Macy Lee, they were on, I think something was made, like I think they released something to come and kill them, and then the game makers, that's the
actual game makers actually saw them while they were cleaning up.
Actually, when they were cleaning up, and then like they wanted to quickly go back in, and then Macy Lee and I think was this Yuka now killed them. Like that part was just.
It was Mary Lee or something like that, because Silka is the last person to survive.
It was Macy Lee and somebody else.
Yeah, I think it was
like Mary Lee was her
something.
sister, so Mary Lee wasn't like in that thing.
So I think it was Katie or something, or their
But
names are so
it was
unique,
just so crazy that like it was such like
felt
major bloopers.
It felt unreal. Like it really felt like somebody
everybody
in the
paused,
cast was not acting like maybe the producers made a mistake and like, oh, you're not supposed to be on this set, you're supposed to be here, because they were just
like
running.
the arena was meant to be like this otherworldly place where like no, but like like
Yeah.
they're like on another part of the world, and then you see like the cleaning crew literally like
And it's so crazy how they all wanted to like. It happened and it stopped, and the clinic wanted to run away. And I was looking at them. I was like, the first thing that came to my mind is, are they going to kill these guys? And are they going to get into trouble for killing these guys? And Maisie Lee immediately shot a dart at one of them.
like Macy Lee's my girl,
Exactly.
like that girl.
And the other girl's name, who unfortunately, I'm just
don't
going to call
remember
her
right now.
Katie. Let's just call her
Okay,
Katie.
we'll write it on the screen.
Yes. So let's say Katie. Also, I mind you, they were all trying to kill. They were trying to kill. Katie was trying to kill.
Killed them, but then all of them turned against
Maisie Lee and Hamish.
Yeah.
And once they just saw those guys, immediately were just like, okay, forget about
Team
these
up.
guys. These
Yeah, that
particular
was
people,
awesome.
we have to do something about them.
Yeah.
And yeah, they killed them. And then one of them
Like
fell
Susan
and
Collins
bumped their heads. That was crazy.
she's awesome. Like she's on another level.
Mhm.
And then I wanted us to talk about the movie casting, but the truth is that I haven't checked it, so I don't really remember most of them. But from what I do remember, like I feel like the casting is really solid.
I think it is. I really think it is. And Lucia hasn't seen it in a while, but then I saw it again last night, so
Yeah.
I have a pretty fresh memory. I think the person they casted as President Snow is really good. I think to an extent he really does look like the person that acted Snow in the other 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah.
I think it actually does make sense.
Yeah.
Then Hamish, I don't know. I feel I'm not against it. But then again, I don't know if I have anybody in my mind that I
I
would say,
feel
okay,
like
yeah,
for
this is
me,
who I wanted for
Hamish's, I feel like my slight issue with Hamish's actor was that his Instagram wasn't really giving Hamish. Like I feel like on his Instagram, like whether he had blue hair or something, because I don't know him, I don't know anything about him until I saw that casting. So when I went on his Instagram, I was like, but like as the days go by, I can see how he would play Hamish, and I feel like these actors are going to take it very seriously
Yeah,
because
definitely.
like they can see how successful this movie is, and they can see that this is going to be like a life changing, like a role of
They do
a
really
lifetime.
well,
Yeah, so I feel like they're definitely going to bring it to like, you know, stand out and all of that. So I feel like Hamish's actor, even though he didn't really look like he's, which is a pretty silly thing to say because
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the people who are casting them, they know why they casted them, they know what they saw, they know how they act.
yeah.
But then Ampert's actor, I completely agree.
BT's
BT.
actor, yes, like
Yep.
yes.
Both of them I completely
Yes,
agree.
and then Macy Lee's actress too, Lenora Dove's
Lenora
actress
Dove. Yeah, Maisie
too.
Lee. When I saw Maisie Lee's
Actress.
actress, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, this is definitely. I just saw her. I just saw Maisie Lee. I said, yep,
Yeah,
they got this one spot on.
and then the Smallies, the Lulu as well.
Well, I
Oh
saw-
my gosh,
and
like
then even
crushed
Welly's-
my heart. I can't even imagine those sweet little girls like acting. Oh gosh,
Even Welly as well. The mean one.
oh, I don't remember. Oh,
Uh,
that was it. That lady.
The older one that used to
Yeah,
do
that was
everything to me.
dating that junkie
Yup,
guy.
yup, the
that was
designer, the crazy designer.
yeah,
And
that
it
used to
was-
wear
I really-
snake skin or reptilian skin all over.
I really
No, look,
want
he used to
to-
suck on them. Not that he used to wear them.
Suck on
He used to
toes.
suck.
Just like that one episode in Avatar still.
Ugh.
But I really want to see Maisie Lee's, quirky remarks to the woman, and then I really want to see
I got the way she gave the woman one
yup, she slapped her, and she slapped her back, and I was like,
My
whoa,
girl.
I really like,
My
I
girl.
really like this, I really
Team
like this
Maisie
girl.
Lee.
But then, oh yeah,
But we
also
don't
want
really
to see
talked about
Luella.
Lenora Dove, and I feel like that actually says quite a bit.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know.
Like people love her. I'm seeing so many fan art about her. I feel like if you would see the fan art about her, you would think like she was such a huge part of
The book.
the book, but she was actually just like, so I feel like people do love her, but for me personally, she didn't really stand out, and I'm hoping maybe in the movie
She
she
can.
would stand out more, but she didn't really stand out. I felt I didn't feel extremely consistent to me in the book, but I know towards the ending though, like
Leaving a lot of. I told this I didn't want to finish the book because honestly I've been enjoying it so much that it's like, if I finish, what am I going to do now? Like, what am I going to read next? Even though I'll read Lucia's book next. Don't worry, guys.
yeah,
Shout out to
A Desert of Bleeding
the
Sand.
Desert of Bleeding Sand.
Look at he's trying to
Amazon-
because my brother
Amazon
is trying to
link.
even remember my book.
No, it's a lie. Amazon link in the description below, guys.
Can you guys see the way the light is going off and on because of the country we live in? But anywho, this was really, really fun. This is actually the first time we've broken it down this much since reading the book.